We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support here. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch. But in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 10:55 a.m. and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys went about these stocks early on and received this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:20 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to multiple white with red borders and back up to a bright green bar at today's highs. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, with volatility here in this tight consolidation since yesterday between bulls and bears, and bear indicator is dominating here on the 30-minute at 551.77 on the SPY stock. And if we look at the QQQ, same thing under a bear indicator at 461. Tesla still strong with the bull indicator from yesterday at 209, and then you have Apple here under a bull indicator at the open at 220, and we have Netflix going ahead and pushing upwards with a bull indicator dominating at 676. So multiple stocks pushing up higher while the SPY and QQQ are sitting sideways and pulling downwards under bear indicator. Something to watch going into tomorrow if this tight consolidation can end up actually holding a strong support and retest key resistance levels. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture a bear indicator dominating since Tuesday at the 560.39 level. We had a huge drop, and a key support level down here at 554, 555 was broken through, and it continues to be a resistance here yesterday and today every time it tries to approach it, right? So we're sitting here at white with red borders. Could this be a double bottom effect here? I will be watching for that for a possible retest and bounce, and we need to see if resistance can be broken through and cancel out that bear indicator. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here a bear indicator dominating at the 551.86 level, full transition from the rip area to the dip area, and now trying to come back up. And it's going to be crucial to watch. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with inflows fighting all day to push upwards, right? You could see those inflows crossing over at the open, bounced up from 550 to 553, almost reaching 554, quickly came back down, and now outflows are dominating here in the after hours, sitting at around negative 2.7. Something to not ignore is that the stock is trying to find a support and start a staircase effect upwards while outflows were going downwards, right? This could create a divergence, and if inflows start to follow upwards, it could quickly continue to retest key resistance levels and possibly even break out to newer highs if these inflows start to dominate pretty quickly, right? It needs to switch from red to green. Definitely something to not ignore. Now, when we look at the 1 hour, outflows have been dominating since back here on Tuesday. Once it crossed over at the open, up here at the 560 level, and all of this tight consolidation and volatility the last 2 days, inflows have not been able to cross. That's why every time it comes up, it comes right back down, comes right back up, comes right back down. Why? Because those inflows are struggling to pass the midpoint, and outflows continue to dominate and have weight over the chart, and it's currently sitting at negative 2.41. We need to see these inflows pick up in the bigger picture. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here how inflows tried to dominate again in the first half of the day. That pop-up in the pre-market going into the bell, then quickly coming back down, and now outflows are below and close to the midpoint in the after hours. Something to not ignore is if this continues to pull downwards, it could quickly, sharply bring that weakness into the charts and retest the support of the day and even lower supports. We talked about these supports in the previous video, 550, 548, and it came all the way down towards the 547 level. So if these outflows start to dominate, the first support I'll be watching is 547. If that weakness rolls over into the 30-minute as well, then comes the 545 to 543 area. To the upside, I'll be watching if these inflows could pick up, switch from red to green, continue the staircase effect here on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and the 1 hour, right? Because outflows are dominating on all three. They need to turn green, push upwards, push through the midpoint, and the first resistance is 551. Then above that, I'll be watching 554, and then I'll be watching the 557 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're really close to the midpoint and they're fighting to get closer in the volatility of the 15-minute, and we have this divergence of a staircase effect pushing upwards while on the 30-minute things are pushing downwards. If they could both follow, this could quickly start to move towards key resistance levels. And once they can be turned into support, it could then retest the next level, and it's going to be crucial for those inflows to stay above the midpoint and green. We could see that here, also fighting on the 1 hour, really close, sitting flat, and trying to come back up in the last 2 days. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.